Newcastle fans, hold on tight because the transfer window saga continues to heat up at St. James's Park. While some names are practically already on the way, others remain on the table and could completely change the club's future. And look, the next few hours promise to be decisive. Before I tell you everything in detail, take the opportunity to like and subscribe to the channel here because we'll bring you every step Newcastle takes in this transfer window. The first name of the day comes from Georgia. Vakhtang Salia, about to turn 18, is expected to be officially confirmed as a Newcastle player this Saturday. The deal with Dinamo Tbilisi was finalized back in October, but only now can the transfer be sealed. The youngster didn't hide his emotion as he bid farewell to his youth club. He was sincere, thanked everyone, and made it clear that this is just the beginning of a new journey. Salia even recalled his debut goal as a professional and said he'll never forget what he experienced in Georgian football. And here, expectations are high. Compared even to PSG star Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, Salia arrives as a medium to long-term project. The question is, will he follow in the footsteps of Park Sung-soo, who quickly earned minutes with the first team, or will the club prefer an initial loan, as happened with Antonio Cordero at Westerlo in Belgium? The truth is that Newcastle continues to invest in its youth academy, creating an increasingly solid pathway to the first team. And this only increases the anticipation of seeing Salia in black and white for the first time. But it's not just the youth academy we're talking about. In attack, Newcastle may have an unexpected opportunity. Sporting de Portugal is willing to negotiate Conrad Harder, a 20-year-old Danish player who has already been attracting attention in Europe. The player was signed by the Portuguese club for $16 million, with a $69 million release clause, but the reality today is different. Milan has already made an offer of $20 million plus bonuses, and intermediaries have revealed their position. Harder has also been offered to Newcastle. And why does this matter? Simple. The club is looking for two forwards this summer. Alexander Isak is facing a separate saga, training separately from the squad and forcing his exit. Brentford's Wissa is already a firm target, but now there's a chance to bring Harder in for less than his release clause. In 51 games for Sporting, Harder scored 12 goals and provided 7 assists. It's not a stellar number, but it's enough to show potential. It's up to Newcastle to decide whether it's worth entering this dispute with Milan. And speaking of Wissa, the saga isn't over yet. The player remains out of Brentford's plans. He didn't play last weekend in the Premier League and won't be on the pitch for the League Cup against Bournemouth. Manager Keith Andrews' explanation is clear. The atmosphere surrounding the negotiation isn't helping the group. Brentford wants $50 million to release the striker, while Newcastle has already offered $40 million in different packages. So far, nothing has been done. Andrews reiterated that he hopes to have Wissa after the window closes, but the player has already made it clear that he wants to wear the black and white of St. James's Park. It's a tug of war. On one side, a player who wants Newcastle. On the other, a club that isn't willing to let go easily. If the board doesn't give in, the chances of seeing Wissa on Tyneside this summer are significantly reduced. So, fans, what do you think of this round of news? Salia arriving as a gem from the academy, Harder being offered to Newcastle, and the Wissa saga that insists on never ending. The market is boiling, and the next few days will be decisive in understanding how Eddie Howe will shape this squad. Now I want to hear from you. Is it worth investing heavily in Wissa, or should Newcastle look at Harder as an alternative? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell because at any moment there could be some hot news in St. James's Park.